Hey everyone, so I wanted to talk about something I've been trying out for the past few days. Apple released the second beta for iPadOS 26, and well, I decided to just go for it and install it on my main iPad, this 12.9-inch M1 Pro, and I've been using it as my daily driver, for everything, which is maybe a little crazy for a beta, but I was just too curious. I really wanted to see if it could handle my normal workflow and if these new features everyone's talking about actually make a difference. So yeah, this is just my experience, my thoughts on using it every single day. Let's just get into it. So the first thing I want to touch on is just the general feel of it. The design and the display, look, this XDR screen is still just really, really nice to look at. In my day-to-day, whether I'm, reading articles or watching some YouTube, it's just so comfortable on the eyes. It's one of those things that just makes you want to use the device more. Now let's talk about the actual feel of using it. The little things that you notice in your day-to-day. With Beta 2, there are some small but to me pretty important changes. The biggest one for me is the animations. I'm not gonna lie, Beta 1 was pretty rough on that front. It felt hesitant. You'd swipe to go home and there's this little stutter, or you'd open an app and it just kind of appeared without any smoothness. It made the whole experience feel a bit janky and honestly a little frustrating. But now with Beta 2, things are getting there. It's a lot better. See, as you can see when I open an app here, see how that just flows open? It's more fluid. It's still not 100% perfect, don't get me wrong. It's a beta. Every now and then, especially if I have a lot of stuff open, it can still get a little choppy, but the improvement from Beta 1 is quite noticeable. It just makes the whole system feel more, more stable and polished. And it's in the really small details too. Look at this. When I press and hold on an app to open the pop-up menu, as you can see, the animation feels so much smoother. And that glassy liquid effect they're going for just looks more refined. It feels like they're really dialing in the final look, and you can see it getting more mature day by day. Oh, and that brings me to the control center. This was a big one for me. I know a lot of people were talking about the new design and how it was sometimes hard to read, and I completely agreed. With certain wallpapers, the white text and icons would just get lost in the background. Well, it really seems like Apple's been listening. They've made the background less transparent, so see here, it's just that little bit more opaque and suddenly everything is so much easier to read at a glance. It might seem like a really minor tweak, but in practice, when you're just quickly swiping down to skip a song or adjust the screen brightness, it makes a real difference. It's a subtle thing, but it's a smart fix and it really helps. But okay, looks are one thing. How does it actually perform? That's probably the biggest question, right? Okay, so for the part that I know a lot of people are worried about, the actual performance and stability, how does it run? The M1 chip in this iPad is, it's still very, very capable in 2025. On the stable software, this thing is flawless, it never slows down, so the power is there. But with the beta, you always have that little voice in the back of your head that worry about stability, right? And yeah, my experience has been, well, interesting is probably the best word for it. It's that classic beta experience. Like I said before, it's definitely smoother than Beta 1, which felt really rough. But you are constantly reminded that you're not on a final version of the software. For example, just yesterday, I was typing out a long email and the on-screen keyboard just poof, it vanished for a second. And you have that moment of panic like, oh no, is it gone? And then it pops right back. It happens. Sometimes an app will just decide it's had enough and close itself when you switch to it. But, and this is a huge but for me, for my actual work, the stuff I rely on this iPad for, it's been surprisingly okay. See, when I'm in my workflow, editing photos in Lightroom or cutting together videos in LumaFusion, that's where I expected the most problems. I was honestly holding my breath the first time I loaded a big 4K project into LumaFusion, fully expecting it to stutter or just crash. And it just worked. I could scrub through the timeline, add effects, and it handled it. The same with Lightroom. It handled a big batch of raw photos without giving up. I haven't had a single crash that resulted in me losing any work, and for me, that's the most important thing. It really gets the job done. You just have to be willing to live with a few quirks along the way. And all of that performance, all of that work, it doesn't mean a thing if your battery is dead by noon. And that actually brings me to what might be the biggest and most pleasant surprise for me with Beta 2, the battery life. Usually betas are just notorious for being battery hogs. The new code isn't optimized, things are running in the background. I went into this fully expecting the battery life to be terrible. I'm not kidding. For the first couple of days, I had my charger with me everywhere I went. I was sure I'd need it. But honestly, it's been pretty decent. In fact, it's been great. I'm getting through my entire normal workday, writing, editing, a bit of browse, watching some videos, and I'll end the day with plenty of charge to spare. It feels about the same as it did on the stable version of iPadOS, which is just a huge plus. It's a massive relief and it gives me a lot of confidence that by the time this officially releases in the fall, the performance and battery are going to be really, really solid. Okay, so this leads me to the main reason I wanted to make this video. The new functionality. This is the stuff that for me is really changing things. See, in my day-to-day, my Mac or my Windows laptop was always there for the serious work. The writing, the video editing. The iPad was more for media and some light tasks. But with the iPadOS 26, that's really starting to blur. This new windowing system it's just so useful. See, when I'm writing a script, I can finally have my notes open right next to my writing app and maybe a browser window on the side. I can resize them, move them around. It feels so much more like a desktop. It makes multitasking feel, well, real. And they added a Mac-style menu bar. It's these little things that just add up and make it feel more capable. The Files app is better, and they added things like live activities. But seriously, because of these changes, I'm finding that I don't need to reach for my laptop as much. For a content creator like me, who just needs to write, edit photos, and cut videos, this iPad is starting to do it all. It's not that I'm getting rid of my Mac, but I'm just using it a lot less. So to kind of wrap all of this up, what are my final thoughts after using iPadOS 26 Beta 2 as my one and only daily device for a few days? When I started this, I honestly wasn't sure if it would even be possible. You hear beta and you think broken and unstable. But honestly, I'm walking away from this experiment feeling really impressed and more than anything, really optimistic. Now, I have to be super clear here, it is not perfect, and I really wouldn't recommend that everyone go and install this on their main mission-critical iPad. If you rely on your iPad for school or for work where you absolutely cannot afford a single crash or a weird bug, you should definitely wait for the public release in the fall. I'm in a position where I can tolerate the quirks, an app closing or the keyboard bugging out for a second. It's part of the fun for me to see the progress, but for most people, it's probably best to wait. With that said, what this beta shows me is the direction Apple is going, and I am so on board with it. For years, it has felt like this incredible hardware, this super fast M1 chip, and this beautiful screen was just waiting for the software to catch up. It feels like we're finally at that point. It feels like Apple is finally trusting us, the users, to handle a more complex, more capable operating system on the iPad. For my personal workflow, it's been a huge shift. This whole experience has fundamentally changed how I see this device. It's making my iPad feel less like a simple tablet for watching movies and more like a truly flexible modular computer that I can do my real day-to-day work on. The line between what I can do on my iPad versus what I have to do on my Mac is getting blurrier every single day. And that's incredibly exciting for me as a creator. But that's just my experience, My workflow, my thoughts. I would genuinely love to hear from you guys. Are any of you running the beta? If you are, what's been your experience? Has it been smooth? Have you run into any crazy bugs? And if you're not on the beta, what do you think about these new features from the outside looking in? Are you excited? What's the one feature you're still waiting for them to add? Just, drop a comment down below. I'd love to get a real conversation going about this stuff. And hey, if you found this video useful or even just interesting to listen to my rambling thoughts, maybe give it a thumbs up. It's a small thing, but it's always super appreciated and it really does help the channel out. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this as I continue to test this software, consider subscribing so you don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time. I'll catch you in the next one.